Hello. Hi, Avery. Can I get an audio check, please? Can you hear me? Can you hear the game? Are we balanced? Let me know. Oh my gosh, it's a courtroom. Sounds good, I think. Okay. Is the defense ready to proceed? You bet. Bring it on, Big G. The prosecution has been ready for some time. The game might be a bit quiet. I can fix that. Is that better? The original attorney in this case, Rosie Ringer, was murdered, while the original prosecutor, Eustace Winner, has disappeared. So Fender and Francisca have taken over in their places. Very well. Let me begin by apologizing for the delayed start to these proceedings. The crime we are here to adjudicate took place in a prison, an institution of the judiciary. What's more, the fact that the defendant was the warden of said prison carries grave implications. These two factors combined caused pre-trial preparations to take more time than usual. And then the unfortunate passing of the attorney in charge, Miss Rosie Ringer, delayed the trial yet further. But now we are ready to begin at last. Mr. Fender, Miss Von Karma, the court thanks you both for stepping in at such short notice. Hey, no sweat. Rosie was your pal, right? And this was her last case. Couldn't exactly say no, could I? You'll have to bear with me, though, gang. Didn't exactly get a ton of time to read the paperwork. How about you, friend? Everything cool on your side? It's hardly ideal for the prosecutor in charge of the case to have run off and abandoned it. But justice can't sit around waiting for him to grow a spine. The evidence has just been handed to me, so yes, I'm ready. Thank you both. Very well. Bring the accused, Miss Fifi Lagarde, to the stand. I invite the prosecution to make its opening statement. All right. The accused was... Let me stop you right there, darling. What is it, Miss Lagarde? Oh, I was just wondering if you could tell me something. That something being why on earth I'm here. Perhaps the opening statements will clarify that for you. But will they, dear? Really? Fine. Carry on if you must. I fully intend to, if you can stay quiet for one moment. The murder in question happened at the prison where Miss Lagarde worked as warden. The victim, one Bronco Knight, was being held in the detention center. But the prosecution's case will show that Miss Lagarde took him from the holding cells and murdered him. And she did so with this knife. Huh? Is something the matter, Miss Von Karma? How could that... No! The evidence! What gives, Fran? Everything okay? The murder weapon. It's not here! And neither is Bodhidharma Canis' chisel! Say it ain't so! Silence! Silence! Miss Von Karma, explain yourself. I wish I could, Your Honor. No murder weapon, Then what exactly are we all doing here? Really, darling, you shouldn't volunteer to prosecute a case if you can't even keep the evidence safe. Thank you for the hydrate and stretch kimono, how are you? I can only work with what the previous prosecutor gave me. Little boy winner strikes again. Hey, G. What is it, Mr. Fender? Guess we know where this is going, huh? Let's kick this one down the road a little further, shall we? The court hereby denies the defense's request. Don't be like that. What's the dealio? She's absolutely right, of course. We simply can't have any more delays. Let's get on and show everybody how wonderfully innocent I am, shall we? Objection! Innocent? I'll thank you to take this seriously. Oh, but I am, darling. And you don't have any evidence. You just said so yourself. In the courtroom, evidence is everything. Haven't I heard that somewhere before? And without any, you can't charge me with anything. Isn't that right, Verity, darling? It is. What? Without the items in question, the prosecution's case against the defendant cannot proceed. As such, this court hereby declares the accused, Fifi Lagarde, not guilty. Whoa, 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 hold the phone there, hasty pants. You can't go dropping a verdict just like that. Forgive me, but why is the defense objecting to its client being acquitted? Don't be cute, kiddo. You know as well as I do that little Miss Warden over there is guilty as all heck. And as for the murder weapon, you were right there when we found it. Mr. Fender, it is incumbent upon this court to see that fair judgment is afforded to all. And as the instrument of the court, I cannot allow my experiences or opinions to interfere with my work. You must think of the Judge Gavelle who was present when the murder weapon was found. And the Judge Gavelle you see before you in the courtroom today is two entirely different people. Gee, you're killing me here. I have no choice but to pass judgment based on the evidence available. And we have that evidence! Just not here. Give me some time. Just a little. I'll find it. I swear to you. The prosecution hereby requests a recess. Oh, yeah. The defense does that too. Come on, Your Honor. Don't do us like this. Very well. The court accepts the request. Really, Verity? You won't help anybody bowing to pressure like that, you know. There will be a 15-minute recess. I suggest that both the prosecution and the defense use the time well. Understood. Phew! Saved by the bell, huh? Very well. We will reconvene in 15 minutes. We did totally find that knife. Didn't we, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, of course we did. Huh? What's the matter, detective? It's the metal detector, sir. It's, reacting to the alligator. What? How? The metal detector was reacting to something inside her after all. Your Honor, I'd like to remind you of this piece of evidence. The chisel. Didn't we just figure out that that isn't the murder weapon? You might recall that Mr. Canis hid this chisel in his dog's mouth. Would you believe that the real murder weapon was hidden in much the same way? That's right. The murder weapon is hidden inside the alligator in that pond over there. So, did somebody steal it or what? Mr. Edgeworth! Miss Barry, Mr. Saint, are you here to watch the trial?
Yeah, we heard it was going to be a real fun show. Do you know where we need to go?
It's the trial for the case I was nearly convicted for. It should be starting any minute now. We were late because of practice, but it's somewhere around here, right?
Simeon, there's kind of a problem. They lost some evidence, the knife and the chisel. So they called a recess and kicked us all out of the courtroom.
What? But no, they can't.
They're not going to arrest you again, are they?
Eek! Don't say that. No. No.
Gee, I forgot how easy it was to upset you.
Huh?
How dare he embarrass me like that?
Speaking of easy to upset. Francina, Frandarella, chill, okay? Just chill. Come on, put the whip away. That's it. That
Idiot of a so-called prosecutor. I'll find him and I'll make him eat whip for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Eat! Master, you gotta calm her down. Kid's gone cuckoo. I guess I'd better at least try. Hi. Oh, it's you. Good morning, Mr. Ex-Prosecutor. Francisca. You shouldn't be here, you know. You're not in the right line of work anymore. You should be at home, planning whatever it is you mean to do with the rest of your life. What are you going to do, Francisca? You only have 15 minutes.
Ugh, don't you think I know that? And wipe that infuriatingly... reasonable look off of your face. You're like a news anchor calmly reading the news or something. And it's utterly exasperating.
It's probably better that I don't rise to that. I never imagined you would be the one prosecuting this case, Franziska.
Nor did I. But what a case. The murder of a presidential bodyguard. And by the warden of a prison, no less. The murder weapon was properly entered into evidence and everything.
And yet, when you went to present the knife to the court, it wasn't there.
That imbecile! Not only did he abandon his case, he made me look like a total fool! Yeah! The next time I see the little coward, I'll whip him into shape if it's the last thing I do.
You go ahead and do that, but quit taking it out on the people around him.
Hi, so the president is dead. This is the president of Zhangfa?
It is, Dijun Wang himself. His body was discovered just a short while ago.
What? There must be some mistake.
There isn't. I saw it with my own eyes. It's true.
And are you suggesting that his death has something to do with my current case?
No, not exactly. We were just hoping to speak with Judge
Miles Edgeworth. Are you deliberately trying to distract me with irrelevant evidence? Gah!
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have shown that to you.
What, so you're saying you're going to start hiding things from me now? Ouch!
I can't say anything right.
They're so cute. Love them. Is this? Okay. I mean, that's kind of relevant, but like, eh? So you fully recovered your memory now, Kay Faraday. You sure have. I remember everything clear as day. You hitting me with your whip, every last detail. I think I even remember wishing I had good enough eyesight to see it coming.
An amusing thought. Well, can you spot this?
Gah!
Why is she hitting me?
Ooh, that was so close. I think I almost saw it. Do it again, do it again. I'll get it this time, I promise. Come on, I'm begging you.
Well, all right. Just this once. No, I'm begging you, both of you, to stop it. Okay.
Okay. Is there nothing we can do to help? Let me see. Oh, wait, I have a good idea. If you guys could put on a show here in the courtroom, that would distract everybody. And they'd be so busy watching that, they'd have to postpone the trial till later. No. If I do that, they'll arrest me again. No, they won't. It's fine. Courtrooms are nice. If you entertain everybody, there's no way they'll arrest you. Right, Mr. Edgeworth?
I really wish you wouldn't spout such nonsense with such infuriating confidence.
Courtroom trials sure are fun. There's even an animal tamer performing here today.
An animal tamer?
But she's a little too grumpy. Might want to think about appealing to the audience a little more. But she is so good with that whip.
If you're talking about who I think you are, then that whip is exclusively reserved for use on humans.
Hey, Master, so you got the old memory back, huh? Sure did. I'm me again. You had me worried 6 ways till Sunday. Not that other K wasn't a blast too. Anyway, welcome back, kiddo. Bring it in. No. We need to be thinking about this trial right now, okay? Yeah, I guess things did go pretty pear-shaped in there, huh? We need to dig up this missing evidence, lickety-split. But we can't count on them putting the trial on hold much longer. Yeah, it's a stumper, all right. If only some kind soul would offer to go find it for us.
That's an expectant look if I ever saw one.
Can't help but notice you still haven't asked for your prosecutor's badge back, bucko. Finally decided to come walk the path of righteousness with me and your old man, huh?
The committee has my badge, that much is true, but I haven't given it up just yet. I'm still not ready to walk in my father's footsteps.
No? Well, it's not like there's a deadline. You do you for as long as you need. The old family office will be waiting to welcome you with open arms when you're done.
Thank you, Fender.
Yeah, if only somebody would go sniff out that evidence for us.
Fine, we'll do it.
Way to go, Mazio, you sure?
I'll do what I can, but that might not be much in 15 minutes.
Fran and me will buy you as much time as we can, okay? G won't be banging that hammer of hers until you made it back with the goods, I promise.
Thank you. I'll be counting on you, Fender. And you, Francisca. How does that sound?
What makes you think I'd accept your help? How about some advice instead? That you seriously consider a new career as a news anchor. Come on, Fran. Clock's a tick-tocking here. Time to step up to the plate. Alright. Fine. We'll stall the trial for as long as we can. But you'd better get your ex-prosecutor behind in gear. You know, I quite like having you run errands for me. Maybe that could be your new career instead.
I'm glad you're on board.
I can help too. I don't want to be arrested again. Ooh, this sounds fun. Can I play?
All right, that would be very helpful of you both. Very well. Where shall we begin?
I think we need to go speak to a certain somebody, don't you?
Who we need to speak to in order to find where the evidence went.
Where?
Take that!
That's right. The supposed custodian of the evidence in question. Eustace Winner.
Oh, the new prosecutor guy? Okay, we're on it.
Thank you, Mr. Saint.
Alrighty then. Think we'd better huddle and talk tactics, huh, Fran? Just the two of us. Ow!
Don't keep me waiting, Miles Edgeworth. I'll try not to. We'll be back as soon as we can.
Oh, Franny Poo, wait up now.
All right, we need to find Mr. Winner, and fast.
Whoa!
Judge Gavelle. Ah, Mr. Edgeworth. A pleasure, as always.
A pleasure? How's it a pleasure? And what was all that about just now?
Kay, stop it.
But Judge Gavelle knows that horrible woman is the killer. Why the heck would she—
Evidence is the only language that the Goddess of Justice understands. My own personal thoughts and feelings do not come into it. Is this all Judge Verity Gavelle is? Oh, is this all Judge Verity Gavelle is? You may believe my way of thinking to be heartless, but it is my way. To be this hard and unforgiving. There's something I'd like to ask you, if you don't mind. Please, go ahead. What were you doing on the roof of the big building 2 nights ago? The roof? You met the president up there, didn't you? We've seen security footage of the 2 of you. And? Is there something wrong with that? Only that his body was discovered this morning, right next to the very same building. What? I think you understand where I'm getting at. What I'm getting at. You're considered a suspect. What happened between the 2 of you? Nothing. We simply talked for a few minutes. And when we were done, I left. I took the elevator back downstairs alone. That much we know to be true. As I said, we've seen the footage. And what business did you have with the leader of a foreign power? I'm not at liberty to say. I see. Well, I'm not at liberty to leave until I have answers. In which case, there's only one thing for it. She's hiding something. And I have to get it out of her. Judge Gavelle met with the president of Zhongfa the night before last. Yes, I admit it. We met on the roof of the big building. But it was simply to discuss professional matters. Matters that I am not obliged to discuss with you. I'm clearly going to have to work hard to get past her professional defenses. If she puts up too impenetrable a facade, I'll probably be better off biding my time. I should start by asking what she met the president to talk about. Perhaps you could begin by telling us what you met with the president. What you met with President Wang to discuss. As I told you, professional matters. Professional matters which I do not intend to share with you. I'm so glad you understand. I must say, you're a very busy woman. A judge, a committee member, an occasional aide to us in the field, even. Thank you. I take my professional duties very seriously. And do those duties include meeting with foreign dignitaries? Yes, of course. From time to time. The law is my life. Nothing I do falls outside the scope of my duties. You've returned Kay's promise notebook to us just this morning. Surely you can't claim that it fell within the scope of your duties. I'm not yet a perfect servant of the law. That much is true. No, you're a human being, and that was an act of simple human kindness. You have feelings, Judge Gavelle, and you're allowed to have them. About the President's death, too. I can still hardly believe it. If I might ask, how did he die? He was crushed to death by the head of a monster known as Taurosaurus. Forgive me, I should probably... Is that true? He died on the set of the movie? He did. Interesting that you should even know what Taurosaurus is. Oh, I imagine I must have heard about it from Eustace. Something about them shooting a movie, somewhere near the big building. She isn't fooling anybody. She's clearly very upset about something. She mentioned Mr. Winner, who seems to have disappeared, along with some vital evidence. Perhaps if she won't tell us what she discussed with the President, we should try to find out what else she might be hiding. I'm clearly getting under her skin. I need to dig further. Franziska stepped in to take Mr. Winner's place in the trial. But how was she supposed to prosecute the case if he never handed over all the evidence? My interest is solely in ensuring that a trial proceeds fairly once it has begun. And if, once it has, vital evidence cannot be presented, it should surprise no one if the accused goes free. I am a judge, a servant of the law. My personal thoughts and feelings do not come into it. So you have no personal feelings when it comes to Mr. Winner's disappearance? Of course I do. I worry about him terribly, too. Wait, too? Does that mean there's somebody else you're worried about as well? I imagine their identity might explain your strangely agitated state. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a servant of the law, and my feelings are immaterial. We're all servants of the law, all of us who stand in the courtroom. But we're not superhuman. You, me, everybody else. We're just people underneath it all. Much as we'd like to bury our feelings and remain impartial, that simply isn't possible. You're right, of course. I'm in no fit state to offer impartial judgment. Please, Judge Gavelle, just tell us the truth. What's going on? What do I do? What do I do? I've never seen her lose her composure like this. I should ask her about who this person is she's so worried about. Her professional mask is finally beginning to slip. Perhaps now I can get to the human being underneath. This person you're so worried about, is a Taurosaurus. I really don't have time for jokes, Mr. Edgeworth. It's not a joke. When I told you how the President was killed, you seemed surprised when I mentioned that he was crushed by Taurosaurus. That was simply shock at learning how he died. And where? A half-built film set on an empty lot. It sounds as if something about where he died is particularly troubling to you. No. Oh gosh. That's not true at all. It's just... film sets are places where dreams are made, and instead a great man met his end there. I only hope that the utmost care is taken when the news is shared with the cast and crew. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid the cast and crew already know. We met two of them at the scene, a crew member and a young actor, Sean Fenn. No! No! Why? Why did this have to happen? Something about the Taurosaurus connection really seems to be upsetting her. I think that might prove to be a valuable clue. The person you're so worried about, is it Mr. Winner? He's not been seen since he discovered the truth about his father. Of course I am worried about him, but this could also be a valuable test for him.
Oh, darn! Is that what I just clicked? What? Maybe I bide my time.
He chose to disappear, and he can choose to reappear. And the other person you're worried about can't. That's not something I'm at liberty to talk about. I don't know what might happen to that poor child if I did.
That poor child? Who are you talking about?
Nobody! Please! It was nothing. Ignore it.
Judging by the look on her face, I definitely shouldn't. I think that might prove to be a valuable clue. Judge Gavelle, who are you so worried about, and where are they?
My apologies, but I simply cannot tell you that.
Time to deploy my clue. So this poor child is missing, and you're desperate to find them. Oh my gosh.
I'm so out of practice.
And since you say child, I suppose we're right in assuming that this person is a minor.
I can't answer, and I won't. It has no bearing whatsoever on the murder of the president.
You seem to be very sensitive every time I mention Torosaurus. The poor child you mentioned has something to do with the movie, don't they?
Ah! How? How did you...
You're usually so cool and collected. Your discomfort told me everything I needed to know. Who is this poor child? You have to tell us.
Very well. You figured out so much already. I might as well tell you the truth. The person I'm so worried about, the person I'm so desperate to find, is Sean Fenn.
Sean? But why?
That is more than I can allow you to know.
Judge Gavelle, you said you would tell us the truth. And if you don't give it up voluntarily, we'll have to force it from you. I'm afraid that you're just going to have to accept that. I need to get her to tell me why she's so desperate to find Sean. Are you a fan of Sean's, perhaps?
Am I? Yes. Yes, I am. I'm an ardent admirer of the work of Sean Fenn, child actor extraordinaire.
Don't... Oh.
Ah! I heard that he was filming near the big building, so I made it my business to learn where the set was and some other important details.
I see. I suppose that makes sense. As a fan, you'd want to know such things. I imagine you would also have tried to learn when he was supposed to be on set.
Yes, of course. He said he would be filming there all day today.
You make it sound like you heard that from Sean himself.
I
don't think he'd be sharing his schedule with a mere fan, do you?
No, I misspoke. Ignore me.
Every slip of the tongue she makes seems to be to do with Sean. And now that we know she's spoken with him, that's an important clue. Do you know Sean personally?
He's famous. I doubt there are many people who do not know him.
I certainly didn't until today.
Then you clearly need to be better informed. Perhaps I could teach you a few things. There is almost nothing I don't know about him.
Ah! Alright, fine.
Forgive me. I allowed myself to get a little carried away.
That seems to happen quite a bit when the subject of Sean comes up.
Look, I do not know him personally. I simply know a lot about him. Time to deploy my clue. I can understand you're being worried about Sean, but you seem a little too worried. And you implied before that you had spoken to him, which must surely mean that you know him personally. How did I give away so much? So the two of you are acquainted. This is surely an important clue. We're trying to find Sean too. Do you have any idea where he might be? Why would I have any idea about that? The two of us aren't connected in any way at all. I don't know what exactly the connection is between you and Sean, but I know for certain that it exists. You've as good as told us that it does. Please, Judge Gavelle, you have to help us try and find him. Help you? That would never be allowed. By whom? The Goddess of Justice. By the one person who knows where he is. At last. The puzzle pieces are finally starting to fall into place. I know why you're so reluctant to tell us anything about your relationship with Sean. Admit it. He's been kidnapped, hasn't he? Judge Gavelle, I need you to tell me the truth. All of it. Very well. This time, I will tell you everything. Your intuition was correct. Sean has been kidnapped. I knew it. But why does that have anything to do with you? Sean is... He's my son. What? Well, we may not have found out what she and President Wong were talking about, but we found out something just as important. Sean has been abducted. Not exactly the endgame I was expecting, but that's checkmate nonetheless.
What? You're Sean's mom, Judge Gavelle? No way! Come on, you're too young! 26 and 13. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's true. I'm Sean's mother. Look. A magazine clipping.
An article about Sean. You always carry this with you?
Yes, everywhere I go. I guess you could call it a kind of talisman.
The hottest new kid on the block, Sean Fenn.
That certainly speaks to the bond between them. And you're sure he's been kidnapped? Unfortunately, yes. I received a phone call from the kidnapper just before the trial began. Did they make any demands? Only one, that Fifi Lagarde be found not guilty. Well, that certainly explains what we saw in there. And without any, you can't charge me with anything. Isn't that right, Verity, darling? It is. Without the items in question, the prosecution's case against the defendant cannot proceed. As such, this court hereby declares the accused, Fifi Lagarde, not guilt. That's why you came so close to declaring her innocent. I failed in my duty to the law. I am a judge. If I cannot arbitrate with impartiality, I make a mockery of justice. And yet I tried to force through a ruling based on nothing but my own self-interest. Judge Gavelle. The goddess must be furious with me, but I just couldn't do it. I couldn't sacrifice my son on the altar of justice. I couldn't remain impartial when it mattered most.
Of course you couldn't. Are you crazy?
Kay.
No parent could just give up on their child like that. If that makes the goddess of justice mad, then I'm sorry, but she's wrong. If she really thinks that way, then she's the guilty one. Isn't that right, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes. Declaring the goddess guilty. That's bold. Kay is right. As I told you, though we all serve the law, we are also only human. And none of us could, or should, be expected to sacrifice a child for the sake of a verdict. Thank you. Both of you. But the trial must continue. There is no escaping that.
Your Honor, there you are!
It seems it is time.
Judge Gavelle! My dad was a prosecutor.
He was.
Yeah, he used to work in a courtroom just like you do. And I was thinking about what he would have done if he was in your position right now.
If a prosecutor were forced to insist that a clearly innocent suspect be found guilty.
I know what he would have done. Anything, that's what. He would have done anything to get me back.
He would.
So what I'm trying to say is, you could trust us.
What do you mean?
To get him back. To snatch him from the jaws of danger. I'm the second Yatakarasu, and if you agree to trust me, I promise I'll get him back for you.
The thief who only steals the truth, and perhaps one or two other things. Well, Judge Gavelle, what do you say? Will you trust the great thief to steal back that which matters most to you? Mr. Edgeworth, I'd like to help too, if that's all right with you. Thank you. I know I'm in no position to ask this of you, but please, please, see that he comes home safely.
Oh, we will, don't worry. You can count on us.
Here, take my cell phone. The kidnapper may call again. You'll get it back, along with your son, I promise. I'll do everything I can to draw out the trial, but I don't imagine I can give you more than about 2 hours at best. 2 hours. That gives us until 2 p.m. Please, I'm counting on you. And here I thought the great thief was on sabbatical.
Well, hold on to your hat, because she's back in business. Alright, let's do this. My first commission. I can't afford to mess it up.
In that case, we'd better start looking right away. Where to begin? Gah! Where the heck did he go? Maybe he just went home.
You're right. They won't be doing any filming today after all.
Sure, or maybe he went on the lam. Perhaps we should see if Sean left any clues behind at the big building.
Hey, what are you doing giving orders? This is a great thief operation. I'm in charge now.
Is that so? Then what am I?
You're my assistant. First assistant to the great thief Yatakarasu. Talk about an honor.
I've been relegated to thief's assistant.
Alright, let's go to work. Team Yatakarasu, move out. Ugh, she's so cute.
My beloved.
Alright, here we are. Ready? On 3. Just follow my lead. You'll be fine, okay?
What exactly are you talking about?
Even in the depths of night. Hey! Your turn! Keep up, will you?
Are you making me do this?
Because the great thief Yatakarasu just arrived at the scene of the crime, dummy! How's anybody supposed to know that if we don't announce her appearance?
You may be a thief, but I most certainly am not.
Ah, fine. I'll do it on my own. Even in the depths of night, when no other bird dares to take flight, one alone soars to shine the light of righteousness on the world's blight. And that one is me, for I am the great thief Yatakarasu.
I'm very much aware of who you are, thank you. Now, shall we get on with this investigation?
Ugh, you're no fun at all.
We don't have time for fun. We have less than 2 hours, in fact. We'd better get started.
Alright, well, we have the photo. Let's show it to a few people and see if it jogs any memories.
Willpowers! Willpowers! Friend! Oh, hey, Mr. Edgeworth. Long time no see. Wait, you're... This is Will Powers. He's an action star I met on an old case. He's also the man behind the mask of the one and only Steel Samurai. Long time no see indeed.
Nice to meet you. I'm Kay Faraday, great thief. Mr. Edgeworth has been working as my assistant.
Good to meet you, but... Thief? Mr. Edgeworth has been assisting a thief? Let's not worry about that for now. I'd like to ask you about what happened this morning, if that's alright. Sure. I don't know if I could be of much help to you, but sure. So he'll be one of Sean's work colleagues. I guess we better just dive right in. I heard you were investigating this one, Mr. Edgeworth. Well, yes. I'm not the prosecutor in charge, of course. But if you're Kay here's assistant, I guess this is her case? No, that's simply...
I can see you're an intelligent man. You're right, of course. I'm in charge of this one.
Don't encourage her.
Alright, I'll need you to give me the straight answers. First of all, this case. Have you noticed anything weird? Perhaps you could give me your impressions.
Is that supposed to sound like me? My impressions? I guess my main concern is, no offense to the victim and all, but is it all over for the production? Are we done? I can't help but worry. I think it's probably safe to assume that you are, at least for now. Right? Oh, I knew it. What a bummer. We don't have the location for much longer either. Because you were due to finish shooting soon. No, because they're due to start building. That lot won't be empty for long. They were letting us use it while they got ready to make a start. I guess the plan was to shoot the rest on a lot back at Global Studios. I've been so worried about everything. What with people spreading all these rumors, too. Rumors? Yeah, this journalist keeps coming around. Y'all been hiding real monsters on that there set of yours. Y'all can't do that. I'm gonna expose y'all. She's always saying stuff like that. I think I know exactly who this journalist might be. Yeah, the photographer, right? I thought you maybe knew her.
But you're not. But you're not, are you? Hiding real monsters, I mean.
Are you kidding? If they had real monsters to call on, I'd be out of a job. So you've all been working hard on the movie? Yeah, it's the first time I've been on a reboot of an old series. This one's been a real challenge for me and everybody else over at Global Studios. If only they'd put this kind of energy into making a new Steel Samurai show or something. What role are you playing in this one? Me? I'm Tarasaurus himself.
No way! So you're the star!
Well, not quite. I'm in a costume, see? My face won't ever appear on screen.
Really? Still, that's pretty amazing. I wish I could wear a costume like that. Hey, do you think I could try it on sometime? I'd settle for just climbing inside one of those horns.
I'd love to say yes, but that's not how it works. You can't really climb inside that part.
Oh, I get it. Because I'm an outsider, right?
That's not the issue here at all, Kay. Can I ask you a couple of questions about Sean? Sean? Oh, sure. Penny told me what happened. He just disappeared, right? Yeah, sounds like him.
Does he do that a lot?
Yeah, kinda. If we take 5 mid-shoot, you look around sometimes and he's just gone. Do you have any idea where he might have headed off to? Sorry, no. I did see him leaving the set, though.
Huh? You did? And where was he headed?
He got on the site bus. I was checking some equipment over, and by the time I looked back up, he was gone. The site bus. I wonder if he left any clues behind. Do you mind if we take a look inside the bus, Mr. Powers? Sure, you'll have to excuse the mess, though. Alright, let's see what we can find. Bus. There's an array of filming equipment here. Are you getting ready to shoot something? No, nothing scheduled for today at this location. It's just, a case has gone missing. Case? What is he talking about? Yeah, all that stuff there's normally stored inside a large case. I look away for 5 minutes and it's watered off somewhere.
Sounds like there's a thief around here.
What exactly was taken? Just the case as far as I can tell. Stolen from next to the site bus. Its contents were left behind.
Why only take that? I would have been more interested in what was inside it myself.
I guess whoever took it must have needed the case more than its contents. Did they need to put something in it?
Yeah, maybe a child?
It's a map of the area around the big building. Let's take a closer look. This is the big building itself, so that's where we are right now.
It's kinda cool looking, but I still can't quite bring myself to like it.
I'm not surprised. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if you never wanted to come here again.
Hey, when this is all over, when we have the whole case wrapped up, can we maybe come here just for fun? We could bring Gummy, too.
Don't let the past drag you down, do you? It's an admirable quality, I guess. Let's think about that later, shall we, Kay? The case isn't over just yet. Can't afford to start making plans for when it's done. Shh,
No fun. Fine. Then let's hurry up and solve this little mystery, shall we?
The Sunshine Coliseum. They hold all kinds of events there.
Yeah, I wanted to go to the World Thief Symposium, but they canceled it this year. It was so cool. Thieves from all over the planet, all gathered in one place. I mean, there was that thing where they arrested pretty much everybody who attended, I guess. And some people did say the whole thing was just a trap set by the police.
And yet you still wanted to go. There's a garbage processing facility right next to the fishing port here.
Do they process garbage they pull out of the sea or something?
Guess they might, but I doubt that's all they deal with.
So, what else? Oh, like garbage that washes up on the shore? Shells and fish bones and stuff? Well, who throws that stuff in there in the first place, huh? They should be ashamed of themselves. Didn't they ever hear of recycling? You could make earrings and necklaces and yeah.
Let's maybe talk about this another time, shall we, Kay?
The Sundown Sanitation Plant. What do they make cleaning products there or something?
Sadly not. I think they just incinerate all the garbage that trucks bring back. By the way, Kay, you seem a little antsy.
Oh, it's nothing. Hey, did you see in the other corner of the map? There's another garbage facility.
Indeed there is. I imagine it probably fulfills a slightly different function. There seem to be quite a few such facilities in the area.
Yeah, the place is littered with them.
Really? That's what you were so excited about? A third-rate pun?
I don't really buy into all that stuff. But they do say that light from the sun in the morning gives you more wrinkles, right?
And why are we talking about this?
Why do you think? Because they called it Morning Tan Park.
I'd certainly like to be basking in the morning sunshine without a care in the world right now.
I think that's everything. Okay.
Very good day to you, Prosecutor Edgeworth, sir. I'm not a prosecutor anymore, but he doesn't need to know that, I guess. Good day to you too, officer. Can I ask why you've been posted here?
Me? Oh, I'm just keeping an eye on things.
Excellent. Then perhaps you can tell me if any vehicles have have come in and out of here this morning.
Not except the taxi and the blue truck over there, sir.
Only 2 vehicles have come in or out. That could be useful to know.
Oh, wee. Sean, you in there? No sign of him here either. Kinda thought that basket on the back of the truck there looked suspicious.
She's not wrong. It does.
Huh? What are you doing, Mr. Edgeworth? Why are you touching the truck?
The engine's cold, which means it's been here for a while.
No way! You could tell just from that?
And it's been parked here a while, and if it's been parked here a while, I guess the driver might not be nearby either. We don't really have time to stand around waiting until they get back.
Parked in front of the big building. Driver's nowhere to be found. Oh, hey there, pal. Why the long face, huh? Ever think you ought to maybe lighten up a little?
Did you take on any passengers here this morning?
Does a witch wear a pointy hat? You bet I did. Just the one fare, mind you.
And who was the passenger?
It was 2 guys. Had on these black suits. Real sharp looking.
Did they have a boy with them?
This boy. Nah, like I said, it was just the 2 of them.
Alright, never mind. Thank you for your help. I thought we might be onto something there, but no luck.
They took a taxi from the big building. They didn't have a child with them. Let's see.
Nope. Okay. Nope. I don't think... Okay. Maybe I need more clues. Where would Sean have been sitting? Sean? Oh, that's his seat with the backpack on it. There's something poking out of it. A videotape. Huh? We use these when we're shooting. Why would Sean have one? Is there something you wanted to record? This could be a clue. Do you have a way for us to check what's on the tape? Sure, there's a couple of monitors set up right over there. Alright, hitting play. It's Sean. Is he rehearsing his lines?
Sean was there on his own, running his lines.
There's a clearly visible footprint right there, which means this must be from last night. Yeah, he does this sometimes. When he's not happy with the scene, he borrows the equipment and goes over it in his own time. Go away.
Wow, he's really dedicated, huh?
Sure is. He may be young, but he takes his craft seriously. You gotta admire it. Well, that's part of it, at least. The using the kit without asking part, not so much. And he would have been able to use the equipment on his own. Sure, if all he wanted to do is shoot something pretty basic.
Huh?
What is it, Kay?
Where did Sean go?
Oh, where did Sean go?
He ran off somewhere.
And just left the camera running. Stopped. I guess he ran out of tape.
So that's all that's on there? Sean's rehearsal?
Film yesterday evening shows Sean rehearsing by a monster footprint. It's midday already.
You think Judge Gavelle and the others are doing okay?
I'm not sure. How long is it realistically possible to drag out proceedings, I wonder?
We have to find Sean.
Indeed we do.
Ah, heck, not like that, dang it. How do you think we're gonna get us a scoop like that? Sorry, Chief, my bad. How many times I gotta say it? We're scoop fiends, wild critters that survive on scoops and scoops alone. Every second we ain't scooping, we're starving. It's scoop or die out here. Yes, Chief.
Well, look who it is, although I can't help but wish it wasn't.
When did those two get here? Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, we should go talk to them.
Should we? Ugh, fine. Miss Lloyd calls you Chief, doesn't she?
Sure does, because that's exactly what I am. She's my #1 cub reporter. Sees my unique brand of shutterbugging, caught her eye, so she came up to me to learn the trade. She may be a scribbler, not a snapper, but the both of us are hungry for scoop soup 24/7. And besides, who doesn't want to be called Chief, right?
Miss Hart's pictures were what drew Miss Lloyd to her. I suppose it's no surprise that this particular chief attracted an apprentice with such unique tastes.
Sure, she didn't score no big stories just yet, but she's hungry. Boy, is she. Hungrier than me, even. And she wants a Taurosaurus exclusive batter, and the coyote wants a chicken. She's been turning this place upside down all day looking for leads. She has? Maybe she knows something about the kidnapping. I think we should ask her, don't you, Mr. Edgeworth?
Agreed. We need all the help we can get to find Sean. And I can think of one piece of evidence that might encourage her to tell us what we need to know. So now that the story of the underground auction is in the bag, what's next?
Come on, as if you even need to ask. Taurosaurus, that's what. Fate done dropped him right in my dang lap. Snuck in upstairs to cover the auction, and then he shows up right on the doorstep and stomps big old footprints everywhere for good measure.
And do you have a particular news outlet in mind for the big scoop?
Huh, does a bear do its business in the woods? I got me 2 or 3 in mind. They'll be all over this like a rash. Heck, there's even one right here in the big building. Tabby and me, we're in and out of here all the time. I mean, mostly on account of how fond they seem to be of throwing us out in our ears, but still.
It sounds as if they're both more out than in.
Well, if it ain't my good friend Ruffles, good to see y'all again.
And you, Miss Lloyd, but how come you're here, if you don't mind me asking? Miss Lloyd, the accusation of murder made against you was, of course, entirely groundless, but the fact remains that you were a willing participant in the staged assassination attempt. The police will no doubt wish to speak to you about the matter. You should be aware that you may well be punished for your actions.
Well, they kinda dropped the whole case out of nowhere. Packed me up and shipped me home without so much as a slap on the wrist. Guess it was their way of saying, you keep up the good work now. They did seem kinda keen to get me to never ever mention the whole thing ever again, though.
Yes, because you weren't part of the official story of the attempt on the president's life, and they can't afford to have you getting in the way of that.
But, Mr. Edgeworth, telling Tabby not to talk is like trying to stop a dam from bursting with the piece of tape.
Not exactly the most delicate way of putting it.
Wrote up the whole thing, of course, every last detail, plus a few of my own. Handed it into the paper, hopes all high and all, but nothing, not a peep.
Was somebody putting pressure on them? Or were the details you added a little too gratuitous, perhaps? Both seem equally plausible, unfortunately.
She snuck right into the lion's den without even a thought for her own safety. Yup, the chief is a real champion of truth, all right. Ain't that so, Mr. Edgeworth?
Can I say no comment? Perhaps we should reserve judgment on that until we know a little more.
Nah, I'm more of a judge now, think later kind of gal myself. Nothing else to tell the readers?
Only that I'd like you to consider being a little more impartial in your reporting.
Nah, I'm more of a cater to your audience so they love you more kind of gal. And my audience is mostly the good old chief.
I wish you'd at least try to take things seriously.
Oh. What does she want?
I am confusion! Ah! What does she want? Ah!
What?
Hold.
Oh, this?
Miss Lloyd, this picture.
Say no more, Ruffles. I already know what you're gonna ask.
You do.
You're looking for him, right? The kid? Ah.
What?
You just can't get out from under the drama, huh? Wherever he goes, the bodies follow. Miles Edgeworth. Trouble magnet. Pretty much sums you up, right?
Is my reputation really so sordid?
And now you done got yourself wrapped up in a kidnapping too? Crazy. Huh? How do you know about that? Shh! Pipe down, will ya? Can't be talking about this stuff too loud. I ain't even told the chief about it. Gotta keep it on the down low, okay? That ain't a cat I want out of the bag just yet.
Seriously, how do you know about it? Surely Judge Gavelle hasn't told anybody except us.
I bet you'd just love to know, wouldn't ya? Well, you can't. It's a secret.
She's as stubborn as ever, it seems.
Hey, quit staring at me like that. I ain't sharing nothing with that thundercloud of a face.
What are you doing at the big building? Are you reporting on something?
Hey, maybe I didn't make this clear enough the first time we met, But you want a reporter to scratch your back? You gotta scratch hers first, if you catch my meaning.
You mean you want me... you want me to give you something you can use for an article?
Bingo! And it better be good. Because if it ain't, this conversation's over.
We do need to know about what might have happened to Sean. Perhaps I could show her a piece of evidence and see if she has anything to give me in return.
So, you know something, right? Sure do. The truth is, I done saw it. Little kid being bundled off by two shady characters in black suits.
According to Miss Lloyd, 2 men in black suits took Sean away.
What? Do you know where they went? Nope, don't got a clue. He was kind of far away when I spotted him. Lost sight pretty quick. Dang it! Still, at least we know something about our kidnappers now.
Yes, 2 men in black. So we've learned a little something about the kidnappers. Miss Lloyd saw 2 men taking Sean away, and the taxi driver remembers giving 2 similar-looking men a ride.
They must be the same people, right?
I'd say it's a distinct possibility, yes, but there's one thing that doesn't make sense. The taxi driver said specifically that the 2 men didn't have a child with them. The 2 men who took Sean away got into a taxi without him.
Oh yeah, that is weird.
Could it be the kidnappers who stole the case?
Wait, you mean...
Yes. What if they put Sean inside it?
He's little enough that he'd fit, I guess. So the reason the taxi drivers didn't see him?
Might be that he was loaded into the trunk as baggage.
Why did they need to hide him?
I imagine they might not have planned to originally, but they didn't count on there being a police presence. Here in the plaza.
Right, that makes sense. They didn't want the officer on duty to see them going off with Sean.
So they took a rather drastic measure.
That must be it. All right, let's go see what the taxi driver could tell us.
The 2 men you told us about, did they have any baggage with them?
Boy, did they. A giant case. Wasn't easy getting that thing in the trunk, I tell ya. That settles it. They must have been the kidnappers.
Where did you take these 2 men, if you don't mind me asking?
Look, I can see this is important. How about I give you a ride there? That's a great idea. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth.
All right, thank you.
My pleasure, folks.
Yippee! Broom.
Did he have to drive that fast? Feel kinda queasy. Are you okay, Mr. Edgeworth? You look a little green yourself.
I'm fine. The driver said he took the men to the garage of this house right here.
Which means this must be where they brought the case. No way! Look at the name on the mailbox.
The name? What? Exelcius winner!
This must be that chairman guy's house.
What? Excelsius winner ordered Sean's kidnapping. Isn't he currently under arrest?
Nice! The garage door is unlocked.
You spotted that quickly, although I guess I probably shouldn't be surprised. Clunk! What a motorcycle. It smells of engine oil in here. I guess Winner Sr. must be something of a motorhead.
Anybody home? No? Anybody?
What are we, Kay? Common house thieves?
You take that back. We're great thieves, and don't let me ever hear you say different. Have some self-respect, Mr. Edgeworth.
She didn't like that at all. Anyway, it seems nobody's around, which hopefully means we're not at risk of being arrested.
Don't let your guard down yet. We're only just getting started here. Now, let's find us some treasures.
Aren't we supposed to be looking for Sean? I think we know what this is. Yes, this has to be it. The equipment case that Mr. Powers told us was stolen.
They folded little Sean up, packed him in there, and shipped him all the way here, huh?
He's a boy, Kay, not a piece of equipment. And it's possible that he's still here.
Then we better find him. My reputation as a great thief is riding on this, and yours as my assistant.
sure it is.
Look, a treasure!
These are mechanics gloves. They're designed to be worn when fixing vehicles or working with machines.
They're covered in oil that looks like it must be from a machine, too.
Death. And strangely, dirt. An awful lot of dirt. I doubt they would have gotten like that from motorcycle maintenance.
Ugh, I hate the guy, but I have to admit, I like his gloves a lot. You think we could maybe come up with a good excuse to, borrow them?
I was about to take them into evidence, but now I'm not so sure that's a good idea. Meant for motorcycle maintenance, but currently covered in dirt for some reason.
No way! This bike is super cool! There's even a skull over the headlight.
I suppose it's designed so that the eyes light up when you turn it on.
Really? Wow, I bet it's still nothing compared to the way to when you get that steely glint in your eyes.
My eyes don't actually light up, Kay.
Look at these huge bags of flour, Mr. Edgeworth. If we had some water and a rolling pin, we could make some delicious fresh noodles. I like them nice and firm, don't you? You have to boil them just the right amount.
That's not flour, Kay. It's cement. If you mixed it with water, it would become very, very firm indeed.
Really? Wow, cement noodles. Yeah, those would probably kind of stick in your throat, huh?
Just a little, Kay. Just a little.
What do you mean there's nothing of interest? There's a door! Edgeworth!
There's a sledgehammer, a shovel, and a bunch of other heavy-duty tools here.
That thing makes Judge Gavelle's hammer look puny. If I ever become a judge, I'm getting one like this.
I doubt you'd make yourself very popular swinging one of those around in a courtroom.
Really? Fine. What if I swung that shovel around instead?
And it wouldn't be a courtroom, it would be a circus. Promise me you won't do that. Kathonk! Huh?
There's somebody in the back there.
Sean, is that you?
Sean! Stay right there. We're coming. Huh?
That's...
Look at the guy.
But... Mr. Winner!
What? What's he doing here? Wait, this is Chairman Winner's house, right? Which means...
Yes, it's Mr. Winner's home too, presumably. So how did he wind up like this? Untie him, Kay. Quickly.
A little expert rope work, huh? Leave it to me. Alright, like this, and through here, and you're free. Are you okay, Eustace?
It looks like he's been through hell. How did you come to be tied up down here?
I don't know! You found me! Why don't you tell me?
Because we don't know, which is why we're asking.
I'm not sure you're gonna be able to get much out of him like this.
No, in which case, there's only one thing for it.
Wait, you mean...
I hate to beat a man while he's down, but it might be the only way.
Bro's gonna need so much therapy? Absolutely. Welcome in, Epic Pikachu. How are you? Are you sure? Look, don't go too hard on him, okay? You might push him over the edge.
Understood. I'll tread carefully, I promise. Though I can't promise I'll be very good at it. I've never held back against my opponents before, after all. Last time we saw him, he was running out of the courtroom. How did he wind up here?
You don't understand! You don't know what it's like being me!
5!
Doing okay, just been lurking? That's okay. Thank you so much for the lurk. I'm glad you're doing okay.
He's been through a lot. It's going to be hard to know what might cause him to lose control. In which case, I guess I may have to just quietly listen to what he has to say.
Why me? Why am I always the last one to know? The butt of every joke.
He clearly has questions. I'll have to do my best to try and answer them. But he's also clearly in no fit state for this. I'll need to try and finish this quickly. I should figure out what he needs to hear and try to calm him down. You're a failure of a human being is crazy, Edgeworth. Just take a deep breath and tell me what's on your mind, Eustace.
No, I will not! Even if I did, it's not like you listen to me. What is this? Why aren't you shouting objection? You always shout objection. What? You're really going to listen to me?
Learning the truth about your father can't have been easy. I can only sympathize.
That wasn't the hard part. The hard part was losing everything I ever had in a single morning.
Ow. No! No! I thought that was okay.
Objection!
Your baby, he quai.
Everything I thought I worked for, it was all a lie. Dad just made it happen. So, tell me, Edgeworth, what am I supposed to believe in now?
You could lose faith in everything but yourself. That you have to believe in. But you don't have to do it alone. Experience I can't give you, but knowledge, that I'm happy to offer.
I had some time to think while I was tied up like that, and I realized something. I'm not cut out to be a prosecutor. I'm incompetent. I don't even know the right word.
I think the word you're looking for is incompetent. His crying face hurts so bad. He's so sad. But judging one's own competence is notoriously difficult, so I need you to trust me on something. You're getting better at this, Eustace. Day by day, inch by inch. I swear it. Now I need to ask you something. Will you help me out?
Sure. What do you want to know?
Well, first of all, thank you for calming down. Next, I want you to tell me about your kidnapping. I need you to be as detailed as possible, Eustace. Tell me everything you remember seeing and hearing. Do you have any idea who your kidnappers might have been?
No, of course I don't. If I did, I'd have told you already.
Darn. Do you have any idea why somebody might have wanted to kidnap you?
What do you mean? Why does anybody kidnap anybody? For a ransom, right?
Oh my. Why would somebody kidnap you only to take you back to your own home?
Don't you think I want to know that too? I'm the victim here. Why are you asking me for? How am I supposed to know? They locked me up in that box, then locked me up in here. I was scared. So scared.
And did you happen to overhear anything your kidnappers might have said?
I think one said, if you want to blame somebody, blame the guy who owns this house.
The owner of this house. That's your father, isn't it?
It is? I guess it is, huh? Oh, I get it. The kidnappers were people who hated my dad.
That's not it. At least not based on what else we know of the situation. But there was some kind of link between the kidnappers and Mr. Winter Sr. that could be a clue. Your captor wanted you easily at hand, and where could be more convenient than one's own home? I hate to break it to you, Eustace, but the kidnapping was ordered by your father.
What? You don't think he wanted me out of the way? That he was going to kill me?
What good would that have done him? His own son, dead in the family garage. He would instantly have become the prime suspect.
You're right. Okay, so why did he have me kidnapped?
Well, it won't have been for a ransom, not his own son. That wouldn't make sense. So his motive for the kidnapping must have been something else. Why would somebody kidnap their own child if they were planning on demanding a ransom?
Yeah, That is kind of weird.
Did anything odd happen during the kidnapping?
No, I just answered their stupid question and then they grabbed me.
Their question? What did they ask you?
Eek! Stop glaring at me like that. What was it again? Oh yeah, they asked me if I knew Gavelle.
Of course. Things are starting to fall into place now. Your father. His goal wasn't to kidnap you. He was out to kidnap Judge Gavelle's son, Sean Fenn. Because he wanted to force her honor into declaring Warden Lagarde not guilty.
Wait, Gavelle has a son? And it was also Lagarde would be found not guilty?
I think you were mistaken for Sean, and that's why you were kidnapped.
What? You mean I went through all that by mistake? Wait, that kind of makes sense. Yeah, that would explain the part where...
Where what? Have you remembered something?
No, it's nothing. I'm nothing. I'm useless. Meaningless. Just go. Just leave me alone.
This isn't good. I think I pushed him as far as he could reasonably be pushed. I have to calm him down and get him to tell me what it is he just remembered. Judging by his fragile demeanor, I'd say he's still suffering considerably. I need to help him get back on his feet. You remembered something just now. What was it?
I didn't remember anything. All I remember is him. Why are you ignoring? No. Ah!
Him? You mean your father?
No! I didn't mean to bring him up! I'm nothing compared to him. I'd never have made prosecutor if he didn't help me.
I've been wanting to ask about that for some time. Why did you become a prosecutor?
What do you mean? You think it too, don't you? That I wasn't meant to be one? That I'm not good enough? Say something, will you?
You chose this path. Why? You must have a reason.
It's not like that.
The struggle of a tea trying to console Sebastian. Listen, I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best and Edgeworth is doing his best, so we don't get it.
There's no big reason behind it all. The reason is stupid and dumb and not important. Like I said, it's stupid. It probably doesn't mean much to anybody except me.
I've often felt the same about my own reasons for becoming a prosecutor.
Really? You have? But you're a real one. A good one. A success. Even my dad, the chairman of the committee, said so.
You wanted your father's approval. I can well understand that.
You can? I thought if I became the best prosecutor out there, he'd finally accept me for who I am. I just wanted to not be useless.
You're not covering for your father in any way, are you?
No, I won't cover for him ever again. I mean, why would I after what he's done?
Oh! You have a strong desire to be of use to him, so he'll approve of you. Is that fair to say?
I mean, why can't I be? Just once in my stupid life. Why can't I make it better? Why can't I clean his name?
No! No! Release me! In safe scum we trust. Real. It isn't possible to clean a name, Eustace, but you can clear one.
Huh? I never knew that.
In your father's case, though, it's going to be hard. His crimes continue, as your kidnapping shows. Knowing that, do you still think you can help him?
But what else do I have? What else am I supposed to do?
Why don't you be the better man and rise above the father who made a fool of you? Stare him straight in the eyes and stop him from committing any more crimes.
Hey! You're right! I'll prove him wrong about me! I'll prove him wrong about everything!
That seems to have calmed him down again. Now I just need to get him to tell me what happened to the evidence. Let's see if I can't give him the courage he'll need to stand up to his father. Alright, I need you to tell me more about what your father is up to. If you continue to cover for him, you can only be considered an accomplice in his crimes.
What? Come on, Edgeworth, that's a little harsh. I said I'd talk, didn't I? Why are you threatening me? Ah, you're just a big bully. I hate you. Grr.
Bruh. What is the connection between your father and Warden Lagarde?
Sorry, I don't know much about that.
You can't think of anything. Even the smallest morsel could be a valuable clue.
Oh, I think they maybe worked together once, and...
And? What is it? What else have you remembered?
I think she got the job at the prison because my dad recommended her.
Interesting. And did he have any particular reason to recommend her?
I guess he thought she was good at her job. Unlike me.
You're jealous of her?
I think they knew each other from back when he was the chief prosecutor.
What was he like back then? Was he different at all?
Oh, he was amazing! There wasn't a piece of evidence he didn't know or a case file he hadn't read.
An intimate knowledge of cases and the evidence pertaining to them. That could be an important clue. Key pieces of evidence from the Lagarde trial failed to make it to the courtroom. As the prosecutor in charge, they were your responsibility. Did you misplace them somehow?
No, that's not what happened! You haven't heard my side of the story! I thought I was putting them in the safest place there was, but... Oh, what did I do? What did I do?
Seems he's drowning in his own self-doubt again. Guess I'd better send out a little lifeboat and bring him in. I think I know what you thought would be the safest place possible. With your father. Isn't that correct?
Ah! He told me it would all be safe with him. He said there was nowhere safer.
Well, I'm afraid he betrayed your trust, and in the ugliest way possible.
So he got rid of it? Why, Dad? What were you thinking?
Your father wanted to obscure the truth in order to ensure that Warden Lagarde was declared innocent. There's no easy way to say this, Eustace. He used you.
Ah!
There's a chance that the evidence is still in Chairman Winner's possession, and we still don't know where Sean is. We need to get back out there and find him.
It's all my fault. What do I do now?
I can't stand by and watch him like this. He's had a brutal collision with a reality he never even knew existed. I should ask him what he means to do now. Perhaps I could even help him figure that out. There's no way around it. The road ahead will be a hard one. But maybe this is fate, and maybe my job is to point him in the right direction. So close! So close! Do you mean to continue working as a prosecutor, Eustace?
I don't even want to think about that yet. After all, I only ever became one because of my dad. I probably shouldn't even think about carrying on, should I?
The only person who can answer that is you, Eustace.
Gah!
Only you can decide what path you choose to walk.
Then, I don't want to stop being a prosecutor. If I give up now, I'll regret it for the rest of my life. I just know it.
So he intends to see this through. I'll bear that in mind. Do you mean to be like your father? To continue to ignore the truth?
Come on, give me a break, will you? Can't a guy get a glass of human kindness when he needs one?
Are you talking about the milk of human kindness? I'm afraid that's not quite how the phrase is used.
Huh? It's not?
Listen, talking with you like this, it's helpful for me too. There was a time when there were truths I didn't want to face up to either. But a good friend taught me the error of my ways.
And we all know who this friend is, even though Edgeworth will never speak his name in public. That's nice, but I don't have anybody like that.
If you could muster the courage to try and find your feet again, I'd be very happy to help.
You would?
But only if you really mean to try.
I want to be like my dad.
You want to be better than him, don't you? Yes, Eustace, I see it now. He's told me he wishes to be better than his father, and that he wishes to remain a prosecutor. I take that to mean that he wants to be a different kind of prosecutor than his father. That's the first important decision he's ever made for himself, and it tells us where he means to go next. So, what now, Eustace?
Well, first I'm gonna give this stupid jacket back. I don't deserve to wear it. My dad always said that clothes make you a man, but I'm no man.
I think it would suit me pretty nicely as crazy.
You have a red jacket, Edgeworth.
It's clothes make the man, Eustace.
It is? Thanks, Edgeworth. I'm learning a lot from you today.
That's good to hear. Now, about that jacket. Why don't we make you into a prosecutor worthy of it?
Alright, let's do it! Let's make it so nobody ever makes fun of me again!
They're still gonna make fun of you as crazy.
But how? How do I get there? Tell me, what do I need to do? I just don't know! I just don't know!
If only he'd remember his own words from a few minutes ago. The decision he made should serve as a good guide as to what he should do next. Cutie duo alert, they're so small.
They are, they're wholesome.
You want to remain a prosecutor, but walk a different path from your father, correct? It won't be easy. But the path you have chosen is that of the true prosecutor. And now that you have chosen it, when the time comes, you'll know exactly what to do. You're lucky. I myself still haven't quite decided what to do with my life. But you have, and it's a choice you made all on your own. Now, all you have to do is believe in yourself, and in the path you've chosen. Mistaken for Sean and kidnapped by his own father's underlings, and losing his belief in himself as a prosecutor after his father stole his evidence. He's been through so much in the span of a single day, more than I can imagine. Well, it took a little longer than I thought it would, but that's checkmate. Yeah, tell me about it.
No! Wow, I don't think I've ever seen him move so fast.
He's particularly speedy when it comes to running away from things, it seems. Gah, we don't have much time left. I think we'd better check in with Fender. He'll want an update on what we've discovered. And we need to know what's going on over at the courthouse.
But Eustace ran off, right? Isn't he supposed to be the prosecutor in charge?
We're just updating Fender. Nothing else will change. Francisca will continue for the prosecution.
Okay. Is that really alright, though?
It's going to have to be. Like you say, Eustace ran off.
Look, I hate to be a stickler for the details, but let's go over this just one more time, shall we? No murder weapon means no conclusive proof, means no conviction. That's all there is to it.
Objection!
That makes no sense. The lack of a murder weapon doesn't prove your client's innocence. Don't make me come over there and whip it into you. Eat!
Eddie, darling, how much longer is this going to take? It's almost as if you're trying to drag this out for as long as possible.
Sorry, Fiefs. It's our friend the prosecutor over there. She's stubborn as a freaking mule.
Then give me a satisfactory explanation. Or I'll just have to keep whipping you until you can.
Seriously? I've already taken more licks than I've had birthdays. Come on, Miles, what's taking so long? I'm happy to buy you some time and all, but I'm taking a beating here.
The poor guy.
Oop, sorry, G. This one's important. Mind if I take it?
Fine. Bender.
Miles Reno! Boy, am I ever glad to hear your voice. How are things on your end?
We found Eustace.
Sweet. And the knife? And the chisel?
Unfortunately, he entrusted both to his father's care, which means that Chairman Winner is the only person who knows where they are.
Chairman Winner? Why would he?
We're not quite sure of the specifics just yet, but we do know that Chairman Winner and Warden Lagarde have some sort of connection they'd rather others didn't know about.
Gotcha. Alright, guess the next move will be to get Exelcius Winner on the stand. Best to hear the deets from the proverbial horse's mouth, right?
I'll keep looking for the missing evidence. And for Sean.
Well, shake a leg, will ya, big guy? Can't keep this one from getting over the judges much... Can't keep this one from going to the judges much longer. We're a gnat's whisker from a verdict here.
Understood. Wonder how long Judge Gavelle's nerve can hold. This can't be easy for her. We need to hurry.
How are things over at the Courtroom of Doom?
They're going to call Chairman Winner to the stand. Who knows how that'll go for them.
Yeah, he's already stooped to evidence stealing and kidnapping. What else is he capable of?
Exactly. Perhaps we should just look over any evidence we have relating to him in case it might help.
Good idea. Alright, leave it to me. Presenting a hot new piece of evidence fresh from the evidence oven.
The gloves that were found in his garage. Yes, I was thinking about those. Anything else?
What about the case file from the IS-7 incident? Chairman Winner was involved in that, right?
Yes, he helped suppress the evidence. It's probably a good idea to have the notes on hand.
Case info related to incident from 18 years ago.
Excellent. And do we have anything else?
We sure do. Last but far from least, there's this.
Your Yatagarasu pin. Kay. I asked for evidence related to Chairman Winner. Can you please try and take this seriously?
Says the guy who spends his life presenting people with evidence that has nothing to do with anything. That's
different.
Bruh, she just called me out.
Wait, that's Eustace.
Huh? Hey, what are you doing here? Wah! Rude, he totally ignored me.
What was he doing in the big building, I wonder?
Let's go inside and see if we can figure out what he was up to.
Yes, good idea. Oh, the hatch is wide open.
Maybe Eustace opened it.
Did Eustace really come down here?
Mr. Edgeworth, look! The safe! It's open!
I guess maybe he did come down here. Better take a closer look.
There's some stuff left in the safe.
I think we'd better take a look, don't you? The owner will just have to forgive our prying. Is it a document of some kind?
Let's see. Yeah, a document. And there's a photo attached too.
This picture, it's of...
Whoa, that's Mr. Knight, right?
The name's Bronco Knight. I'm the president's personal bodyguard.
Why is there a picture of him in here? And what's this paperwork about?
I'm not sure. Let's take a closer look. You were right, darling. There's some kind of connection between Knight and Canis. As you know, we've been trying to find out who Canis plays his silly correspondence chess games with. Well, now we know. I'll be pulling Knight into my office for a thorough grilling tomorrow. And I'll make that worm admit he's Canis's lackey if it's the last thing I do. So you do your bit too, and retrieve the package we laid to rest 12 years ago. I'm sure it's still right in front of the planter where we left it. It seems to be some sort of report on Knight.
Yeah, and it must be from right around the time he was killed.
We know that Knight was killed while being interrogated in the prison warden's office.
I think we can safely assume that this document was written by Fifi Lagarde, don't you?
Oh, was that Edgeworth? Oh, I think we can safely assume that this document was written by Fifi Lagarde, don't you?
I'd say so.
But who was it written for?
Oh, I guess whoever owns the safe?
And I'd say it's likely to be the auctioneer, Exelcius winner himself.
Proof that they really did know each other.
Indeed, and not only that, it proves another connection.
Huh?
Lagarde and Winner were trying to flush out Mr. Canis' henchman.
Oh, you mean Brodadar McCanus, right? The assassin guy with the soft spot for dogs?
Yes, something links the three of them. Something they don't want anybody to know.
But what?
I don't know yet, but I suspect it has something to do with this case.
A report from Warden Lagarde to Chairman Winner about the connection between Knight and Canis. Wait, there's something else in here that we've seen before.
There's something on his finger.
Let's take a closer look, Mr. Edgeworth. It's a ring, and an expensive-looking one at that.
Don't even think about it, Kay.
What? I didn't say anything.
Well, well, Mr. Knight. Your chess set and your ring are here, too. All your possessions are in one place.
So, basically, the safe was full of evidence from the murder at the prison?
It would seem so.
Which means the missing knife and chisel might be here, too. Knife, chisel. Knife, chisel. No dice. There's nothing else here apart from Mr. Knight's stuff.
Really? Curses. Knight may be dead. Curse you, Edgeworth! Our game isn't over yet. But he left unfinished business behind him. I think we need to find out what it was.
A pocket chess set and a ring, found in the safe in the auction storeroom. Wow, they really want me to leave.
Could I interest you two in some cotton candy, perhaps? What a guy! I have ice cream, too. But if I recall correctly, you weren't much of a fan. You! The killer! It's wonderful to see you looking so well, Mr. Edgeworth.
What are you doing here?
It's just as I said. I'm selling cotton candy. Can I really not interest you in some? Parting Clouds, it's called. Very apt. Sweeter than death itself, and so delicious you'll feel you're parting the clouds en route to heaven. He's the last person on Earth I'd accept candy from. I was hoping to ask you about my little message. Did you manage to figure it out yet? Congratulations on another case solved. Yet, I can't truly say it's been fully resolved. Can you? Have you been watching us this whole time? Watching you? No. I prefer to think I've been watching over you. The stand here really is the most marvelous little vantage point. How are the two things any different, and what does he want with us? The president's murder. Was that you? Oh no. My contract elapsed a little while ago. He was rather famous among us assassins, you know. The man no one could kill, notoriously stubborn, despite multiple attempts over the years. And it wasn't just his brawn that kept him safe. He used bodyguards, body doubles, you name it. It certainly wasn't his brawn that kept him safe. Sadly this time, his bodyguards were nowhere to be found.
And after Mr. Rook died to save him too.
As I said, it wasn't me. I do not kill without good reason. Which is something else I have to be grateful to Mr. Rook for. Thanks to him, I avoided killing someone entirely unworthy of my attention. Thanks to? What does that mean? The person who hired me deliberately misled me as to the identity of my target. A betrayal of trust for which I won't soon forgive them. That is why I'm currently doing all I can to track them down. And do you know what I think? I think you and I are looking for the same person. Is he talking about whoever it was that killed the president? And who is this person, if you don't mind me asking? Oh, come now. I can't tell you that. It's against the rules. Revealing the identity of a client is out of the question. I'd hardly stay in business long if people couldn't trust me now, would I? But that doesn't mean there's anything to stop me from catching up with them in my free time.
And what are you going to do when you find them?
Why, dish out a little justice for the betrayal I suffered, of course.
What? What are you saying? What's going to happen to them?
I think you can imagine. Well, this hasn't exactly been a pleasant catch-up. Ah, but I shouldn't leave you completely in the dark. There's something you ought to know. Our mutual friend, Bodhidharma Canis. He escaped 3 days ago.
What?
3 nights ago, to be precise. His cell was suddenly simply empty. Almost as if he knew I was coming to pay him a visit. Wait, the killer went to visit Canis in prison. Does that mean he's the person the killer is looking for? Now, I'd better not take up any more of your time. We'll be seeing one another again soon, I'm sure. Let's both keep up the good work, shall we? We'll run our target to the ground in the end. First the killer, and now Canis. 2 assassins on the loose.
And you didn't do anything to stop him, Edgeworth?
Huh? That sound.
Mr. Edgeworth, it's Judge Gavelle's cell phone.
Could it be Sean?
How's it going, Miles?
Whoever it is using a voice changer. Who is this?
It's your friend in the red raincoat, of course.
Red raincoat. You're the one who abducted Kay.
Bingo!
Well figured out, Mr. Genius Prosecutor.
I can't hear, Mr. Edgeworth.
Sorry. Where's the speakerphone button? I was as surprised as anybody when she lost her memory like that. Talk about a curveball.
Hey, I'm standing right here, you know.
But never mind all that. I called to talk about something else.
Yeah,
There's something I need to tell you. Truth is, I was the one who made the big bad Chairman Winner kill little Miss Rosie Ringer.
what?
This must be the person the killer was talking about. I also called to say thank you. I neither want nor need your thanks. Sure, but you deserve them anyway. Guess the penny didn't drop yet, huh?
You're right. I abducted Kay, as you put it.
But why would I do that,
That's right.
Because I needed you to help me make sure that Winner got caught.
No.
If Kay was a suspect, you'd have to look into it. And if you looked into it, you'd be sure to unmask him eventually. After all, you're a genius, right? Everything worked out exactly like I planned. Oh, but there's something else you should know. Something you didn't figure out yet. It wasn't Winner who kidnapped Judge Gavelle's boy.
You! How did you know about that?
You and the good judge are more similar than you know. I think you might even be becoming friends. After all, she visited you at the detention center, right? Seems pretty pally to me.
How could they possibly know about that? She didn't even use her real name when she visited. She pretended to be Detective Gumshoe.
Anyway, you want to know how I knew about the kidnapping? That one's nice and simple, at least. Because sweet, innocent little Sean is here with me right now.
No!
Ooh, sounds like that one was a real surprise. Ah, if only I could see your faces. Well, Kay, what do you say? Why don't you come and steal him back, just like you said you would? You wouldn't want the amazing Yatakarasu's first commission to be a failure, would you?
They even know about that?
How could they possibly know so much? Oh, don't get the wrong idea about dear old Exelcius, by the way. Papa Winter's still a villain through and through. He wanted to kidnap Sean. I just got there first. So there were 2 kidnapping plots. Whew, what a bunch of clowns! His goons kidnapped his own son by mistake!
Is Sean really there with you? Prove it. Put him on the phone.
Oh, he's here, but I'm afraid I can't do that. He's sleeping. So sweet. Then why should we believe you? You might not be the kidnapper at all. Look, if you don't want to believe me, that's up to you. What do you want? What's the endgame here? Are you just trying to get Lagarde acquitted? Nope. I couldn't care less about whether they find her guilty or not. So whoever it is, they're not after the same thing as Chairman Winner. My endgame is going to have to stay a secret for now. Alright, nice talking to you. You kids have fun, okay? Don't think for 1 second you'll get away with this. Oh, don't worry. I'm counting on you at least trying to track me down. That'll be half the fun. Not that I rate your chances of bringing me to justice very highly.
Who was that?
I wish I knew, but they didn't give us enough to figure that out. Deliberately, I imagine.
What? So, we really have nothing to go on? That's not fair. They sure knew a whole lot about us.
Indeed, they did. You're right. It was uncanny how much they seemed to know. How is it possible that they were party to so much that happened in private?
Right? They knew everything about the whole kidnapping situation, too.
We need to figure out how. Where were they getting their information from? Let's consider this carefully. What were the things they knew? You and the good judge are more similar than you know. I think you might even be becoming friends. After all, she visited you at the detention center, right? Seems pretty pally to me. You wouldn't want the amazing Yatakarasu's first commission to be a failure, would you?
They even know about that?
Ooh, sounds like that one was a real surprise. Ah, if only I could see your faces. Thank you for the hydrate and stretch, kimono. Ugh. That's it. Based on the specifics they mentioned, there's only one possible answer. I've got it, Kay. I know how they knew.
Huh? Really?
Whoever it was, they must have been able to hear us somehow. It's the only possible answer.
What? Like, they were eavesdropping on us?
Think about what the kidnapper said. Ooh, sounds like that one was a real surprise. Ah, if only I could see your faces. If only I could see your faces. That means they couldn't, so they weren't filming or following us.
Okay, so what? They hit a bug somewhere? Let me take a look at the stuff in my bag.
Or could they have concealed it? We need to go back on what they said again. Yes, they somehow knew about something they shouldn't have. Judge Gavelle's impromptu visit and our conversation in the visitor's room. Judge Gavelle. Please, Mr. Edgeworth. Take a seat. What evidence did I have on my person at that point? The bug must have been hidden here.
Take that!
Kay, can I take a closer look at your badge?
The Yatakarasu pin? No, it's mine!
What?
Seriously, Mr. Edgeworth, sure you're a great thief's assistant now, but that doesn't mean you get to wear the pin right away. You have to earn it.
I don't want to wear it. I want to check it for bugs.
Huh? This old thing?
Let's take a look, shall we?
Huh? Whoa!
So I was right. The Yatakarasu pin that Kay always wears, there was a bug hidden inside.
How did you know?
Whoever it is we're dealing with, they came into close contact with you recently.
When they knocked me unconscious, you mean?
Precisely, which makes me think the bug must be in one of your possessions. But they also overheard my conversation with Judge Gavelle when she visited me. Something that would have been impossible if I didn't have the bug on my person at the time.
I get it. So you thought back over what they let you keep hold of when they locked you up.
Yes, all the case evidence I was carrying had been confiscated. Meaning the only thing it could possibly have been was your pin.
So they were listening to us this whole time? And they heard everything we said?
I suspect so. Everything to do with this case and more.
Wait, they're probably listening to what we're saying right now.
They may well be, yes.
Hey, jerkface!
Kay!
Eavesdropping coward! Why don't you come out and show yourself?
What was that sound?
Ow, 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 ow! Ouch, dang it! Huh? Oh, look! It's Tabby! Y'all sure know how to surprise a girl. You gotta shout that loud without a word of warning. Made me jump halfway out of my skin. Sorry. What's got you so ornery anyhow? Get a load of this. Seriously, it'll make your blood boil. It will, huh? I'm all ears.
I wonder if we might be better off keeping it to ourselves, Kay. Assuming we don't want to be all over the front page of tomorrow's paper, that is.
Oh, thanks. I nearly walked right into that. Ah, come on. You're no fun at all. I was counting on you opening up and spilling the beans all over this here plaza.
I'd better switch off the bug before I forget.
The person inside the red raincoat planted this inside Kei's Yatakarasu pin. So, did y'all find that there kidnapped kitty?
Speaking of which, the child you saw being taken away. Was it the boy in this photograph?
Huh? Nah, that ain't him. The kid I saw looked dumber in mud, even if he did have some on his fancy school uniform. No prizes for guessing who she means.
So Miss Lloyd managed to confuse matters once again. I think we'd better take another look around. Back to square one. Hopefully we'll turn up some new information soon. There are only 20 minutes left until 2. Are we going to make it in time?
Wait, Mr. Edgeworth, I just had a thought. It's about that phone call. There was a weird noise in the background, right?
There was. Don't think for 1 second you'll get away with this.
Oh, don't worry. I'm counting on you at least trying to track me down. That'll be half the fun.
Not that I rate your chances of bringing me to justice particularly highly. Wait, she's right. We heard a loud bang right at the end. Did that provide a hint as to the kidnapper's location?
A loud bang, you say? I see.
Grr! Will you stop eavesdropping?
Boy, you never get any cuddlier, do you, Ruffles?
I guess I'll need to speak with Miss Lloyd, too, much as I don't want to.
The truck is gone! Gummy. Stop, Gummy! Why are you running away from us?
Detective Gumshoe.
When you gave up your badge, sir, I didn't know what to do with myself.
You stay right where you are, Detective.
So I thought, if you weren't gonna be a prosecutor anymore, then maybe I shouldn't be a detective either. But I was wrong. Even if you're not around, I'll always be a detective. My job will always be to investigate crimes. And us detectives don't just investigate when prosecutors ask us to. We have to be able to look into stuff ourselves, too.
Is that what you were doing just now?
And back then, too. You should thank your former subordinate for what I'm about to share.
In his desperation to help Kay Faraday, he gave me a valuable piece of information.
Detective Gumshoe did that. So Rosie Ringer's autopsy report.
When I went down to the detention center to see how Kay was doing,
When you get to my level, you don't uncover the truth. You make it, little by little. Kay Faraday, murderer. That's the truth. The truth I created. Grr. Yes, my boy. That's what I like to see. You overheard that?
Yeah, so I went back and looked over the evidence. Dug out a little something I thought might help.
No way, Gummy! You're the best! I'd be in prison right now if it wasn't for you.
My pleasure, kid. Good to see you got your memory back, by the way.
Thanks.
So anyway, like I said, I'm investigating stuff for myself these days, and that's that.
Wait, Gummy! Don't run off again! We get it! You could look into stuff for yourself now. That's great! And it helped me right when I needed it most.
Right now, we need you to work with us. I'm no longer a prosecutor, or indeed in anything. We're investigating a case regardless. And I ask you this not as a prosecutor, but as a friend. Detective Gumshoe, will you help us?
Ah, stop it, sir! You're killing me here!
Come on, Gummy!
Alright, I'll do it. Just stop bowing and being nice to me, okay? It's weird.
Gummy!
Thank you, Detective.
So what do you need?
Can you tell us what you've discovered in the course of your investigations, Detective?
Yes, sir. Sure I can. Alright, so I got 3 big things to tell you. Here goes. Number 1, I've got some results for you from when forensics looked at Kay's clothes. They found traces of what looked to be a powerful sedative. Brand was, 3Zs.
I guess that's what she was drugged with at Gourd Lake, before she was taken to the roof of the big building.
Sure seems that way. Now for number 2. I got hold of all the footage from the security camera in front of the big building elevator.
The camera that captured President Wang and Judge Gavelle that night.
The elevator...
The elevator is usually the only way of getting up onto the roof, correct? And therefore, anyone using it should have been caught on camera.
That's right, so winding the tape back to 2 nights ago, we should have been able to see Kay being carried up there while she was out cold.
And? Did you spot me, Gummy?
I watched it all on fast forward, everything from 2 days ago till the end.
Yes, and?
Nothing. No sign of Kay anywhere.
I thought it was too good to be true. So how did the kidnapper get her up there? I think we'll need to look into that in a little more detail. And the last item on your list.
Yes, sir! This is the big one. The third thing I have to tell you is... It's great to be working with you again! I'll help you catch this perp if it's the last thing I do. And that about wraps it up.
I put you through a lot, Detective. But that doesn't mean I can start going easy on you. That's the big one, as you put it. It doesn't even have anything to do with the case. I would have preferred something of practical use.
Oof. No mercy, huh? Guess I shouldn't have expected any less. Thanks, Mr. Edgeworth.
A boy's been kidnapped. We need your help to find him.
Kidnapped?
Yes, his name is Sean Fenn.
Oh, wait. The kid with the horns?
You know him.
I saw him earlier today.
You mean this morning?
Yeah, he got off that bus over there, and then... he walked off toward the garbage disposal area.
Where's that?
Just over there. It's where all the offices in the big building put their trash before it gets taken away. Where he went after that, I couldn't tell you. I had to leave right around then.
I think we'd better take a closer look at this garbage disposal area.
Okay, but I think we're gonna stop here for today. My voice dead.
So, we'll go send out a raid.